Another location where they're taking F. Is there any more locations than this one?
It might have been just so many people out here.
1 minute. I want everybody to go home. And I want
We don't got no home. Okay. That's why we here. Miss McKinney, Miss Waters, go home. We gotta go too.
just a moment. Just a moment. Nothing is going to happen anymore today. But what we're gonna, well, that's what give That's why I'm here. And so I will be downtown with Lassa. I will get the housing authority. That's why they came out here today. I made them come out here. And I'm going to go.
And you need to know why they're failing, because Black Owned Menace, we gave a several meeting requests for you concerning this in Lassa for years. And now
There's nobody in Washington who works for their people in harder than I do.
I believe you.
I don't want to hear that.
I believe you. So let me finish that. Work with me.
No.
Work with me so we can house people. That's what I'm doing.
I do every day. The money that you got and thus far in Washington, D.C. I will continue to work. I will get the information. I don't know about you today.
They would never know about
Hello, good people. This is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker, coming back at you live once again from the Lone Star State with another edition of the Media Mike Speaks. All right, good people, it is 45 minutes past the hour, and yes, we are the voice of the everyday citizen. All right, good people, here's the question. What is going on with Congresswoman Maxine Waters? Now, I'm pretty sure you may or may not have heard of the story of the video clip I just showed you. She's a congresswoman who represents the 43rd District out of California, if I'm not mistaken. And I do believe she's been in office, I would say, over maybe 3 decades or more. But as you saw in the video, a chaotic scene unfolded in South Los Angeles last week when at that time, in real time, Representative Maxine Waters showed up to an event aimed at providing emergency resources to homeless individuals in her district. Now, some say she was just there for the Oscars and she just happened to drop by, but I don't know. But this event turned out to be something much different than what played out, what she thought it was going to be. Now, according to the Los Angeles Times, while Waters requested that the Los Angeles Homeless Service Authority show up in the community to provide assistance to her homeless constituents, an unofficial social media post erroneously promised that those who showed up would get rare vouchers for permanent subsidized housing, unquote. Now, something must have went wrong because it didn't happen. As a result of the mixed messages, homeless people lined up on a corner and heated arguments broke out among the hundreds of people who turned out for assistance, unquote. Despite their efforts, Los Angeles Homeless Service Authority workers were unable to meet more than a small fraction of the need and left a lot of those people waiting for help. So I do believe they probably handed out maybe 20 vouchers, if I'm not mistaken, or less. Now, in the midst of it all, Maxine Waters sought to gain control of the situation and demanded that a crowd of mostly homeless people needed to go home. Let me repeat that. She demanded that a crowd of mostly homeless people needed to go home. Yeah, as you saw in the video. And a person in the crowd responded, "We don't got no home." A little bit of broken English, but regardless, it was the truth. They went on to say, "That's why we're here. What home we gonna go to?" unquote. Now, after telling homeless people to go home, maybe she meant back to their tents. That's what she meant. Back to whatever the places that you call home. That's what she meant. I'm just trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Just trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, good people. Now, Waters apparently took offense at a question and snapped back, saying there's nobody in Washington, as you saw in the video, who works for their people any explicit language effing harder than I do. Unquote. I think she was just reaching at that point. What's worse, when the LA Times reached out to Waters to ask her about the chaotic scene, she tried to kill the story and warned the author that you'll hurt yourself if you proceeded to publish the account. I don't want you to start trying to write it. You won't understand it, she claimed. I don't know what that was all about. What are you saying, ma'am? Ma'am, exactly what are you saying? Doesn't make any sense. Now, good people, here are a few comments on the situation. And do you agree? Let's go. Comment number 1, how foolish and out of touch can you be? Yeah. Comment number 2, telling your homeless constituents to go home. Comment number 3, Maxine Waters is a horrible person. She shouldn't be allowed to hold any public office. Anyone remember how she incited riots? Now she tells homeless people to go home. Anyone seen what her district looks like? Comment number 4, Representative Waters is not the problem. Want to see the problem? Look in a mirror. The people that keep voting for her. That's the problem. Her election victory is 100% guaranteed based on job performance. No, based on the stupidity of the district's residents. Okay, could be some merit there. Number 5, Maxine Waters, like any of her fellow politicians, are so tone deaf and insensitive to constituents' needs. She was heard telling a large, chaotic crowd of homeless people to go home. What fine choice of words from a politician who doesn't understand the plight of others. Let's continue here. Now, my thoughts, good people. I will probably do a stream on this, and I think I will. What you have, good people, is a person who I truly believe is way out of touch and out of time. That, among other things, it seems, has truly passed her by. And the irony of it is that she, Maxine Waters, just truly refuses to step down or retire. Like many other politicians who just can't face the fact that their time is simply up and the torch needs to be passed. And it's a shame that you have social justice warriors, like the young lady was saying, work with me to get housing for the homeless. And it seems that it was completely ignored. Now, does that mean that Ms. Waters would not do anything? No, of course not. But it sure seems that old Maxine is holding on to a dream. A dream of staying in power. It seems. That is with limited or no results. Anyway, until next time, this is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker. Subscribe, share, and like to keep me rocking on the mic. Have a good night.
They'll understand you soon, it won't be long.
Keep on, keep running.